Sure, we can go this way. Refresh. Still trying to get eggs. I'm just literally that. Alright, we've got how many boxes of eggs? We got like 9? Close enough to 9 boxes of eggs. Let's see if we can get our first shiny Paldean starter. We got I say after last time we got, we're 700 eggs now. And I haven't bothered trying to count yet. I feel like I'm not going to count the eggs until I actually get my first shiny. So we gotta wait till then. So hopefully, we can at least get one shiny today. Especially since during the holiday we lost 2 days of hatching eggs. It's quite unfortunate. I was planning on streaming on Wednesday, but I had other things to do. So I wasn't able to do it, and then Saturday I was recovering from Thanksgiving because, oh, so much ham. Lots of ham. Ugh, I also felt really weird after Sacramento Regionals, like, I don't know, I'm wanting to, like, I'm kind of at a loss of what deck I want to play. Just because, as far as fun goes with the decks, it's like, do I want to play for fun or do I want to play to win? I don't know, I'm kind of tired of the decks that are currently in the format. Even though the format's like, kind of just started. I think it's more of, I'm looking forward to the next EV set. And I really want to make a deck around the EV lotions. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun when it actually comes out. Oh, they did release new cards, which I have to look at. I haven't bothered to take the time to look at it either. Before Coco's, can we get a third to be shiny? I also wish I had snacks. So really, oh, what's the? Gosh, we really might make it to like past 1,000 eggs before we get our first shiny. So we've got 9 boxes, 30 eggs, 270 ish, 269. I don't know. I think today after stream I'll review. Well, we'll see when the stream ends, but sometime before the next stream, sometime before this Thursday, I'm gonna look to see how many eggs we've hatched. Cause I think we're approaching 1,000. Well, with this batch, by the end of this batch, we'll be approaching 1,000 eggs. And we still need 3 of each. I feel like now I was very optimistic thinking that we were going to get, we're gonna finish this in 1 week. I was definitely very optimistic. I feel like now it's like, since I haven't hatched 3 of them yet, I'm feeling very optimistic in, finishing them in a month. We just started December, right? We just started December. Let me think. Do I have any major events on the Saturday? 2 of the Saturdays I have a Halloween. Well, one of the Saturdays I can technically stream in the morning before a Christmas party I have to go to. But the other one's probably going to be more of an all-day thing, so I think. And there's this Saturday, so this week it's probably just going to be hatching eggs today and Thursday. And then I may, depending on how I feel, I may push to stream on Sunday to hatch more eggs. And then the following week, it's probably going to be a normal schedule, Monday, Thursday, Saturday. I think with that Saturday, the holiday party is sort of later in the day, so I don't have to always worry about that. Oops. I don't always trust this app to capture chat. While that's loading, we're getting gas. Well, at least we're getting decent variety, right? I'm also. I wish I collected the information of how many of which one hatched, just so I can get accurate numbers. But it's definitely felt like Sprigatito oriented. Speaking of Sprigatito. Let's see, chat, I can show. Bow, 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 bow. Okay. I'll have it there for a bit. Later. Push. Yo, it's regular Sprigatito. I feel like if I played TCG and this at the same time, even though it's like, it can be like pretty AFK, it's still kind of a lot of management and organization. I don't know. I think realistically, I'm gonna have to figure out if I want to do anything on the side of. Well, If I play through the Violet game, I only have 1 capture card though. Yeah, I'd only have 1 capture card because I'm thinking in my head, like, if I hook up my other DS with Violet, I could hatch twice the amount of eggs. I think if we get further, once we get further on, then I might have to consider bringing in the second game. But I also have to still beat my copy of Violet anyways. And in that game, I'm definitely not gonna have the shiny charm. But I don't think the shiny charm actually helps when it comes to this type of hunt. Not to mention, I also don't have an extra 4 in Ditto. Let me think. I wanted to do it with the second copy. Realistically, I wouldn't need to beat the game. It's kind of a pain. I'm not gonna do it. Like, unless I can find a way to get another foreign ditto, I'm not gonna do it. I think that's the only thing preventing, well, besides getting another capture card. It's like, realistically, I could just passively do it. Like, off-stream and such. I feel like it's like a lot of time spent to hatch eggs. Will I have to resort to doing some off-stream shiny hatches? Not this. That sounds much fun. What's going on, Charles Samuel? 345. How are you doing? I'm doing alright. I'm very tired after the holidays and very full from Thanksgiving and such like that. But we out here hatching eggs. We've, as far as I know, we're like a little bit over 700 eggs. Nice. Glad you're doing fine. But yeah, we're slowly progressing. Very tired. I feel like I'm always tired though. That's the weird thing, right? What makes me tired? That's a fantastic question. I wish I knew. Cause it's like, oh, well, I guess for me, since I'm not like a morning person, I have a regular job that I wake up at like 7:20 in the morning for. And I'm assuming that's just what makes me tired throughout the day. Because realistically, it's like, I don't do anything like too excessive. See, that's the crazy thing though. It's like when I think about it more, I don't do much of anything that should make me tired. I'm just always tired. That's cool. Cause yeah, it's like, here's the thing too. I also went to like to the doctor because I thought like something was like just sapping my energy, but they're like, no, you're fine. I'm like, oh, okay. Cool. So yeah, the doctor said I'm fine. I sleep relatively normal hours. I even take a nap during lunch while I'm at work. See, I don't know. It's tiring hatching eggs, I guess. What did the doctor say? Well, they just had me do a bunch of blood tests because I haven't gone it in a while. I mean, the doctor, like, all the tests that I got back said that my body was normal. So it wasn't too bad. But it's nice to know that my body's still doing alright. Yeah, I feel like, because I have an office job, right? I'm like almost sitting all day, so I'm wondering if it's like lack of doing stuff, lack of being active is making me tired. I don't know. Feels weird. I'm glad. But yeah, other than that, I mean, I feel like, well, also, it's kind of weird that I'm still tired from it, but I'm tired from the... I went to Sacramento Regionals for the Pokemon TCG last weekend. Not this past weekend, but the weekend before the best. Like 2 weekends ago. And there was like 2,080 players or something or other. Yeah, I also have a hard time is like a lot of things like run through my mind at like 1,000,000 miles per second. How's the stream going? I mean, we just started, so it's pretty chilling. I'm like, I wouldn't say I'm sick, but I've definitely like got a slight cold, which is kind of normal for this time of year. Cause it's like, the temperature outside is like always fluctuating between hot and cold. And so I always feel like my body just doesn't like the multiple fluctuations of temperature. So, I'm only slightly cold. Do I stream every day? I do not. So I try my best to stream 3 days a week. Cause I take some time to set up for future streams, or I take the time to edit videos as well. Yeah, whether or not I stick to this, like sometimes it varies. I try to make every week at least a little bit consistent, but excuse me, especially since we're like in the holiday season or like the holiday end of the year, a lot of streams may be like, you know, either changed or fluctuate on it. So, like, especially Saturdays. Saturdays are usually big, like, days where either friends want to hang out for the holidays, family wants to do something for the holidays. So, those days are usually varying. Typically, if I don't or if I change something, I'll say it during stream. Mainly because if I had to change the schedule, I'd have to do it manually each time. And I don't want to take the time to do it because I'm busy. For the most part, yes. A lot of the videos that I've been doing is like straight edited and cut from the VOD. I do also leave the full VOD on YouTube just because if people for some reason want to see a guy hatch eggs for 3 to 4 hours, they can. But especially if it's like some sort of other video that I'm doing, then yeah, I usually cut the VOD. But I also do a lot of Pokemon TCG openings. But I like opening packs in general. So a lot of those videos I have to like cut and rip up. Because I don't stream the when I open packs. So I don't have anything like set up to actually do that type of stuff. What's my goal in my channel? I have no idea. What's going on, King Ed Flame? Now I can check to see if this is working. Okay, there you go. They both work. Sweet. The goal for the channel. I mean, okay, so initially, right, when I first started streaming, I wanted to be like a competitive type of gamer. I used to play League of Legends and Apex quite a bit. Then I wanted to like make videos that people would enjoy or like think is funny, so I did a lot of horror game stuff. And I did that for a fair bit. Now it's sort of like I've got a new addiction of playing Pokemon TCG and Pokemon. I wanted to get more value out of playing Pokemon games. And I've always wanted to make a shiny living dex. So now it's sort of like, alright, now I'm trying to become a little bit more goal-oriented. Thank you for the follow, by the way. How's the egg hatching go? Oh, it's going. We're slightly above 700, but we're still trekking on. As far as a goal for the channel, I think realistically, right, if I was to be like business realistic about this, I would want to have the channel to be able to sustain my Pokemon addiction. For the most part. Yeah, majority of it's just playing games. I, for the most part, have a hard time talking with newer people, at least like face-to-face, you know, type thing. So this, I guess, is also a way for me to be able to create conversation with other people, you know? So I feel like that's one thing that you can really gain from streaming is that it helps you talk and interact with other people. Whether you like it or not. Oh, I mean, I've got like a whole lot of videos backed up. Like it's not too hard of a process, I guess. Yeah, so it's like I have a bunch of stuff that's already needing to be edited because realistically, I spend Tuesdays and Wednesdays editing videos, and it's mostly just me being me procrastinating a lot. So that's why I typically try and spend at least the 2 days to try and edit videos, because I feel like that's what I also enjoy, just editing videos. The card opening videos aren't too hard to edit because I don't do anything fancy, so it's pretty much just like people, if you want to see somebody open packs but you don't want to see the whole in between of them opening, sleeving, and all that other kind of stuff, and that's sort of what I want to try to do. Hatch eggs in Pokemon Rogue. You can hatch eggs in Pokerogue? I didn't know that. But yeah, I mean, I thoroughly enjoy doing like the TCG content. I think that's a lot of fun. One thing that I also tried to strive to do is still keep a little bit of the competitiveness, and I got my friend to do some challenges. So we've done like a lockout of Pokemon Scarlet, and we did a metronome battle, so those were a lot of fun to edit and do. I thoroughly enjoy it. You take a King catch. It's alright. Once King gets here, then you guys can fight over it again. So, streaming towards partnership, you like Pokemon? Yeah, I guess streaming towards partnership. Like, I think for me, the idea isn't... So my ultimate goal isn't to just hit partner, I guess. Like, partnership is a goal that can lead somewhere, but it's not something that I'm trying to like grind and do. Like if you had told me like a couple years ago that I would have this mindset now, I'd probably think it's weird, because like before I was very oriented on like hitting affiliate, hitting partnership, doing all this other kind of stuff, but I think it's a lot harder to go into streaming and just trying to grind for the numbers, especially if you don't enjoy it. For now, since I really enjoy playing Pokemon, for now it's just Pokemon. I like doing a variety of things, but when it comes to like streaming it, it's kind of iffy. Majority of the time, I stream just so I can cut it into a video later. So realistically, every time I try to stream, it's more of, oh, can I make a video out of it type thing. It's not the idea that I can't hit partnership. I'm sure at some point I can hit partnership. Do I care to? Do I want to? I feel like if it happens, it happens. I'm not gonna try and like peer pressure myself and stress myself out in order to try and hit those numbers, you know? Because I know a lot of people that like stress too much about the numbers of it, and they're always just like, oh, I've got to hit X amount of streams, I gotta hit X amount of viewership. If my video flops, then that's it for me, you know. But especially if I'm treating it as like a passive hobby, then it's chill. What's going on, King? The other King Enderflame is also here. I'm glad you both are here to make each other's catchphrases worth it. Yeah. I also don't want to sound like I'm like a saint of a person. I mean, obviously, I would love to hit partnership, but as I've gotten older, it's become less and less of a thing of, oh, I need numbers. I like seeing numbers go up. If they go up, that's perfectly fine. If they don't, that's also fine. I'm just trying to take my time and make stuff that I want to enjoy. No, yeah, like I'm going on. It's like, that's why I'm trying to like keep a consistent enough schedule where I can balance work, stream, and making videos. Oh, we got both of the kings fighting in the YouTubes. Bam, bam. Yeah, I've seen viewership. Viewership definitely has gone up since I started like streaming Pokemon. Like when it came to streaming Apex Legends, I did that for quite a while. There's so many other people that I would quote unquote be competing against for those viewerships, and I wasn't exactly like amazing at the game. I'm pretty decent, but trying to like compete for viewership in like Apex wasn't like a feasible thing. I feel like it's more enjoyable to passively play a game that can also give more interactions to the chat. Yeah, I definitely have a bunch of viewers that have returned because I'm playing Pokemon. Oh yeah, I feel like a lot of people compete for viewership now. That's why there's a whole bunch of categories where there's people with tons of viewers and people with none, I guess. That's why I feel like there's also a lot of people that try to like metagame their stream schedules. Because it's like, oh, this big streamer is streaming, I can't stream during that time because they're going to soak up all the viewership and stuff like that. I don't know. It's really weird, right? Because realistically, it's like, why would somebody come watch me when they can watch, like, I don't know, Imperial How, or It's Timmy, or any other Apex streamer? It's in the highest number of views. Yum yum yum. Good question. If we're not including the times that I got rated, I'd probably... Well, this is also because the platform that I use... Well, actually, does it take both? Yeah, it does. The highest that I've seen in combination of Twitch and YouTube is like 10 viewers. I guess. I think that's the highest. When I used to play League and Apex, I probably would get up to like 3 to 5, but that's also when I first started streaming. Yeah, 10 viewers. I'm a very small fish in a massive ocean of streamers. That's why it's also like, it helps mentally knowing that, hey, I'm not trying to compete to like increase my numbers, but if it grows, it grows. I mean, that's also the thing. It's like, I'm not discouraged from partner. I'm just not in a rush for it, you know? Because here's the thing. It's like if I hit partner now versus hitting partner in a year or two, what does that change? Right? I should have found it. Thanks, King. All right, so I guess with my YouTube chat, I got a 13 viewer person. I got a guy that counts for 13 views. But yeah, I think that's the huge thing, right? Is I wouldn't say I'm discouraged from trying to get partnership. It's just I don't need to actively go for it. I just want to make this channel sort of like a place where I can accomplish whatever goals that I wanted to do. It's a little sad that I started playing Pokemon a little bit later, but I wish... See, the one thing that I do wish is that I wish I played the Pokemon TCG a lot earlier, because I actually enjoy playing it a lot more now that I actually understand the game. Ow. Yeah, there is like the harsh reality of like, hey, maybe you don't make it, maybe you don't get partnership, but it's best just to not think about it, you know? When I go to bed tonight, I'll know that I've hatched X amount of eggs, and the only thing I'll feel sad about is not having a shiny after, like, if we finish all these eggs, it's going to be closer to 900 something eggs. But yeah. I mean, if that's what discourages people from streaming as low viewership, then I don't see how they would be able to reach the part of getting more viewers anyway, because you gotta start somewhere, right? It also doesn't help that I'm not active on social media anyways. And I think that's also a big thing to, like, when you're trying to grow your channel, is that you have to be... People posting on Twitter, people posting on Instagram, people posting on TikTok, and I'm just different about that, I guess. I don't know, it's also kind of interesting, like, when I posted... So I do have a TikTok, but I don't post on there anymore. I posted a couple of my Pokemon videos, but they don't do very well at all. Oh, they got up a little bit. Apex does decently well on it. Do you need any shiny part? What do you mean? Currently, I'm trying to get all the shiny Pokemon. But we need to... In order to get these shinies, we have to hatch them. Because there's no way to, like, actively catch them out in the wild. Which is very saddening. Because we finished all the other Pokemon starters. And... those ones took considerably less time so far. Oops. Boom, boom, boom. Ugh. Yeah, I enjoy streaming. Like, I think the entire process of creating something is a lot of fun. Not any of it YouTube always comes like a wheel. That's what I'm saying, King, right? So here's the so I only use my Instagram to search up TCG stuff. I only use Twitter to see like anime images. And I just mostly am on YouTube like all the time. Oh, not anymore. I used to stream Apex when I was like grinding ranked and like trying to hit like Diamond and what's the other ranking? Grand? No, that's League. It goes Diamond. I think it's with Diamond Masters and then a Predator, right? I think so. But I don't know, it was like, when I played Apex, it was a lot harder, like, to talk to chat, play Apex, talk to chat, play Apex, blah, blah, blah. Am I on Discord? No. I mean, I have a server that I never use, just because when... So here's the thing, here's the other thing, right? When I first started, before I first started streaming, I did the whole thing that most other people did, and I watched a video on like how to grow exponentially fast, right? And people were like, oh, make a Discord server. So I did, because it was simple and easy. I never use it. I have anxiety talking to newer people, so I don't go in there. It's just, I have a weirdness with talking, like voice chatting with other people it's kind of weird. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of weird. Calyrex egg has a lot, yes. On the colors. How about an odd Calyrex egg? The big-headed man. Me, the Giga Chad brain. Calyrex. But yeah, that's probably like the overarching reason of why I don't use my Discord server. Like, it's up if people want to use it and post anything. I still, like, quote-unquote moderate it. I used to use it as storage to, like, keep my thumbnails. Back when I made, let's see if it's still there. Let me check. No, it's not there anymore. I guess I use it for announcements, but I'm trying to be consistent enough where I don't really need them. But I used to keep it as a storage space so I can hold all my thumbnails. Back when I made, like, horror game content with, like, The Evil Within. Why talk to me if you just lie in bed? I mean, true! Why talk to people when you could just be on YouTube watching videos, you know? What is this? Okay, fine. Because I'm also the type of person where, why would other people need to know what's happening with me? Or, like, what's the purpose of me trying to tell people what I'm doing? I guess the other question is, why would I get people to care about it? I don't know. Because I also think it's very weird that people obsess about what other people are doing when they don't even know them, you know? It's kind of like with celebrities, because, you know, a lot of people, like, try and want to know, oh, what's this celebrity doing, what's this celebrity doing, all that other kind of stuff. And I just think it's weird. Darkrai is super good. Dude, Darkrai's broken. I love Darkrai. I also just love the dark type legendaries. Besides the streaming. Yeah. He's exhausted. Yeah, I know where you're at, King. There are definitely a lot of people where it's just like, yeah, I'm tired of talking with you. I need to lie down real quick. I need to take a quick nap, and we'll regroup in like an hour or so. That's why I feel like Twitter is kind of weird. I mean, it's one thing if, like, you post your opinion and, like, people have other opinions about it, but I don't know. I guess my opinion on other people's opinions are kind of whatever. I feel like people argue on Twitter a lot about, like, nonsensical topics, too. And I think that's probably one of the bigger things, is that when people, like, fight over things, to me it's just nonsensical. Which, I mean, it's fine if you want to, like, write for your opinion. I don't mind it. Bro, these starters are gonna give me a bad night. I'm hoping we at least get one shiny. That's all I want, is one shiny. I want to get one shiny before we break 1,000 eggs. That is the goal for tonight's stream. See, that's a funny argument I had. Well, not argument, but that's a funny discussion I had with my friends, right? Because they were all just like, "Oh yeah, I don't use Twitter. I don't use Twitter." I'm like, "Why? All I see on my Twitter feed is just anime images. What are you guys looking up in Twitter to make stuff pop up that you didn't care too much about?" Like, my Twitter is definitely catered to me. Got some lovely physics on there too. Whitney probably always has nightmares. I feel like every gym leader, like, when you think about it, if they make, like, it's their job to, like, battle random people, and if they lose, don't they get, I feel like they just get demotivated, right? But then again, I guess, it depends on how many people challenge the gym leaders too, right? So maybe they don't have as a rough time. Because that also, like, occurred into my head as, like, how many people are challenging all these gym leaders? And do gym leaders get dejected when they lose? SQ, lost some physics. Yeah, it's just funny to me, because that's, like, all over my Twitter timeline. Like, occasionally I will get, like, the one person that, like, posts their own opinion about something and then some other argument, but, yeah, I just scroll past it. Oh. The only other thing that confuses me when people, like, try and, like, put in their opinion when they don't really either have context of it or they just don't have any matter to it. I think social media has really grasped on people to try and get everybody else's opinion just so you could justify your own. It's kind of weird. What don't you understand, Enderflame? King Enderflame? It's how Calyrex got from the Latios egg. No, Latios from the Calyrex egg. The search history is fun. Well, we're not going to be showing you that one. We're going to be keeping that to myself. I'm thinking that there's probably nothing bad in my search history. I mean, yeah, let me see. So, if I go into X, right? If I go into X, click the magnifying glass. So, let's see. So, I've got... I've got Shy Lily, Pokehive TCG, Ian Robb, Waifu, hashtag Waifu Wednesday. I don't remember searching that up. It's like half Pokemon, half anime. So it's like kind of a mixture of things that I'm into right now. That's what they all say. That's just what's in there. It's like half Pokemon TCGs, just so I can know like what meta decks are and what like a lot of the good matchups are. And then the other half is anime physics. I feel like it's also taking into account what images I like. I'm a huge person of just like scrolling down my timeline and just liking every video. I mean, Shiloh is really funny, to be perfectly honest. Wait, X, that sounds so dumb. I don't know. I agree that it does sound dumb, but if I don't know. My only thought is that Elon likes the letter X. That's my only guess. But at the same time, it's just like, does it really matter what the name is? Eh. Like, I think for me it matters even less just because I don't, like, use it to post anything. I've tried. So, there's, like, a point recently where I tried to actively post on Twitter, and I just couldn't. I think I actually deleted what I... Hold on, let me check. No, I did post... I posted a short there. I posted Pokemon Lockout. And then I posted giveaways. And that is all. Oh, I got rid of that. I mean, yeah, I don't... I think it's kind of weird to, like, expect people to call it something different when it's been called one thing for, like, probably majority of their lives. For some people. So yeah, it's like when people, like, post on Twitter or post on X, they still call it, like, a tweet and such, right? At least that's my assumption, that they call it a tweet still. I still call it a tweet. I mean, unless you want to say I posted an X. That just sounds weird. But at the same time, I only use those platforms to just, like, look up stuff. I don't ever, like, post... I tried to post updates, and at a certain point I got to a point where I was just like, why would people care if I posted that I'm not streaming today? That doesn't make any sense. So eventually I stopped. And I deleted most of those tweets, because I feel like it was just weird. Me. I do like posting on Instagram, though. Some things. Like, I posted when I got my Cyndaquil in. That was nice. I've also got notifications on my... Yeah, I feel like posting a lot of, like, external stuff on Instagram just makes sense. Yes, Kig, we look up stuff. Not gonna tell you what I look up. Actually, I'm pretty sure the only thing I really search on Twitter is freaking PokeHive TCG. Because they have, like, I feel like they have the most accurate Pokemon TCG matchups for the trading card game. And so I use their data to try and resolve what deck I want to play. Which kind of sucks, because, like, a lot of the decks now, it's like, there hasn't been a breakthrough with any of the newer ones yet. So I feel like I'm not going to be excited until, like, January when the Eevee set comes out. That is what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the Eevee set to come out, and we'll have fun. We'll see about that. Oh, you won't see. I don't think there's any point where well, actually, I don't think there's a point where it'd matter to show my history. Right? Because why would there ever be a point where I would be like leak my history? I also feel weird about showing people, like, my actual screen. Just because for some reason I feel like something can go wrong or something can get leaked, and I don't want to deal with it. Because it's like, I also use my desktop to save a bunch of images I use for cutting up videos. So a lot of like the trading cards that I put into my Pokemon unboxing videos, I leave them on my desktop just so I can grab them easily. I have to just immediately delete them. But even some of these images, like in the background that I have, like the 3 starters, are currently sitting on my desktop. Got a Zoroark, nice, dude. Zoroark is such a cool Pokemon. Oh, definitely in my top. Oh, definitely in top 10. Does he make the top 6? Probably. If I didn't include legendaries, he'd probably break my top 6. I also love Zorua. When they showed his Suya and Zorua, oh, that was such a good. That was so good. Yeah, so I got a homework folder. No. No, King. I've graduated college. I don't have homework. It's called the taxes folder. You know, when you're in school, sure, you can call it a homework folder, but once you get out of school, then you have to call it a taxes folder. But at the same time, I actually don't have that type of folder either. I don't keep that information on hand. Okay, I kind of want to change place. Sec. We'll go this way. I feel like a lot of that information, you know, we just sort of store it in the old brain, you know. We keep a hard drive in our head. Right, that's the safest place to put it. Because nobody can access the digital memory that's in my brain. What box are we on? On 2.5? Probably. Ooh, for ruin the Mono Dark run. Oh god, my controller. I got some of my drink on it. No, that's not good. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, just get the dark variant for Fru. And you can still call it the Mono Dark Run. What did I need to do? I still need to be Area 0 in my Violet. I might try to remember what I still need to do between my other Switch and my new Switch. And then we got the Switch 2 coming out hopefully beginning of next year. Very exciting stuff, very exciting. I feel like next year is going to be an expensive year because, oh, there's so much good stuff coming out. So much good stuff. No. The control's fine. The control's fine. It's only a little bit of the drink that got on. Only a little bit of the drink. Only a little bit on. Plus, it's fine. I've got plenty of backup controllers because I bought one controller so I could speedrun Mario Party. 100%, 100 mini games. 100% minigames? Minigame. All minigames. Master CPU. Okay, shiny hunting it again? What? It's alright. Next time, we'll get another shiny for Fru. But yeah, I got a GameCube controller that connects to my Switch that I used to speedrun Mario Party minigames for. I had a different Switch Pro controller. I don't remember why I got it. And I have like 6 Joy-Cons. I have Joy-Cons from the new Switch, the old Switch, and I also bought an extra pair. So if this controller dies, we've got backups. But it just sucks because this one's like my glow-in-the-dark controller. It's got King Boo on it. Well, not King Boo. It's got regular Boos. It's got a big Boo. I'll play just here. Well, that's the thing with Apex. So, here's the thing about FPS games. I play FPS games with mouse and keyboard because I am so bad with a controller. Oh, burn the rest. Okay. I mean, I wouldn't recommend burning the rest, but if that's what you want, by all means. But yeah, I know what you mean, King. I'm very bad at controller, so I've definitely had a ton of moments where I would get killed in Apex and I want to check my mouse, but then I'm like, no, it costs money, don't break it, don't break it. So I've relaxed. But I've definitely had a lot of those moments where I just like, ooh, I want to break something. But I don't, because I think about my wallet before I think about my emotions, you know? If I break my mouse, it's gonna hurt my wallet more than it's gonna hurt me. But then if I hurt my wallet, it'll hurt me more than if I broke the... Yes. Yes. I'm sure you got it. We all have those things where if we break it, then we'll be sad. Not to mention, if I break this mouse, I don't have a spare one that I know of. I'd have to order one on my phone and then figure out how to close everything with, like, I don't know, Alt tab, Control tab. That'd be a sad day. I should probably get a spare mouse. So that's the question, what happens if my mouse does break? It always throws the pillows I want to break. True! I do have plenty of pillows to throw. I did get a new... Wait, Coco, what's it called? Squishmallow! I was in Sacramento beating. I could throw that. They jump, do a flip. Yeah, sometimes. Actually, no. I don't have the intrusive thought of jumping. I always have like the thought of being like, imagine what would happen if you did. But it's like, instead of jumping, it's more like, imagine the thought of if you slipped. I feel like my intrusive thoughts always end up usually involving breaking something. Because for me, it's always more of, hey, what would happen if you just knocked this over? What would happen if you broke this? What would happen if you just made like a cat and knocked it off the table? Those are usually my intrusive thoughts. I don't have intrusive thoughts of hurting myself. I have intrusive thoughts about hurting other inanimate objects. Now, I've had the actual thought of, like, do a flip. But I'd never be like, hey, let's do a flip. Because I'm out of shape. Ooh, no. See, I've actually cut, like, part of the tip of my left ring finger off. So, it's just the thought of, like, cutting myself. It's no bueno anymore. I know the feeling of it. Oh, it's so gross. Oh, I can't. Look what you did, King. You made me think about it again. Yeah. I feel like it's not an intrusive thought, but for me, it's always like, imagine what would happen if I just, whoop, slip, whoop. I'd like to believe that I'm still, like, a rational person. And I don't have, like, many of those thoughts, I guess. I can still keep my rationale intact, ignore my intrusive thought if there was ever one. Jeez, King, what kind of intrusive thoughts do you have? My goodness. See, me and my friends, we always joke that when somebody's like, you know, walking across, we're just like, oh, look, it's an extra 10 points, but I would never do that. Because that also would probably cost money as well. I wouldn't say that's the only reason why we wouldn't do it, but a pretty big reason. Just try to work out a bit. I mean, it's nice. So I've started to, like, work out a little bit. And it's working out. Working out. It's going decently well. So I would probably always advocate for, like, at least some form of working out. But I also enjoy weightlifting. So I got myself, like, a dumbbell that, like, changes the weight on it. Make myself a strong boy. Yeah. Right, especially since I had to see the doctor, I was like, alright, we need to work out. Your intrusive thought is a little devil on your shoulder. See, it's like whenever I get those thoughts, right? It goes through my head, and then I think about the financial repercussions of what's gonna happen. You know? Because at a certain age, you're just like, okay, I need to make money to live. I need X amount of money to, like, make it by. If I do this thing, how will it financially impact me? I also don't like the idea of going to prison either. That's usually not a good thing either. So a lot of things, it's just like, it doesn't financially sound good, so I probably won't do it. It breaks the law, I probably won't do it. It's kind of weird to, like, have the mindset. At least I feel like it's weird. Have the mindset of, like, oh yeah, money comes first, but I mean, when you literally, money pays for everything, you know. I don't see why it wouldn't be the forefront of most people's thoughts. To me, it just makes sense. It also doesn't make sense how we haven't had a shiny yet. I feel like the odds were only supposed to be like 1 in 500 something or other. No? I feel like it's supposed to be 1 in 500 something or other. But I could be crazy. Oh. Go. Oh my god. Get ready to knock out. It could also just be the fact that it's a Monday and Mondays by themselves make me tired. It's like, King, you had me on the first half, and then when you said the second half, that's where you lost me. That's when you lost me. Because I have had the intrusive thought of like, what would happen if, like, this shelf just fell over? But here's the thing, I guess. It's like, I also don't have the thought of what would happen if I knocked the shelf over. I'd be like, what would happen if the shelf just fell over? A penny gun. I used to have a potato gun. That thing was kind of fun. Yeah, I don't think I've ever, like, really had an intrusive thought of, like, me initiating something. It's usually always a thought of, like, what would happen if this happened and I was just there. I guess that's probably the only difference I have. Of what, having a penny gun, potato gun, or the thought of something happening but me not initiating it. Or all the above. I also feel like I try to occupy my brain with random other things. Jesus Christ, kid. Not the granny. Like, is that what happened over the holidays? You saw Granny, it's like, you look pretty rollable. God, what was I thinking? Like, that's the only other thing. I always forget what I'm thinking of. I wouldn't say always, but... I was thinking of something, I was gonna say something, and then I forgot. What was it? Ooh, please come back to me. Granny rolling stairs. Yeah, it's gone. That's hard. Do you guys ever, like, does this happen often with you guys? Do you think about something and then, like, not really mid-conversation, but, like, close to the end of conversation, you just lose your train of thought? You think of, like, what was it, Willem Dafoe? No, not him. Not William Dafoe. Oh, what's his face? Transformers, Just Do It. Shia LaBeouf. Shia LaBeouf's Just Do It. William Dafoe's Green Goblin. Yes. I don't know. I don't know actors very much. Yeah. See, that's the other thing. Is like I'm sure I might have had some thought of that kind, but I just can't remember. Also, I'm not willing to try to remember. If that helps for anything. Here's a shiny boy Coco. Wrong in more ways than one. I was definitely very hopeful. Box 3 is almost done. No. Trying to think now, do I ever have those kinds of thoughts? Or is it just do it? No. I have the thought of like, you should work out, and I'm like, yes, do it. So I work out. I have the thought of not wanting to stream some days, so I don't do it. I have I have the thing of running into inanimate objects with my car, but then I think of the financial stuff first. Yeah, I've kind of had those thoughts, but it's more like, what would happen if you just ran full speed into a pole? This is getting weird now. I've also had the thought of what would happen if, like, you just barreled straight through a tower of boxes. I feel like that would be a little bit more interesting than just hitting into a pole. Probably also be a little bit more fun to hit tower of boxes instead. Or a wall of Legos. I feel like that would be also be pretty cool. Ooh. Yeah, I feel like it's also the, like, all these afterthoughts that really save us, you know? Although for me, I first think about my wallet. I first think about, I can't financially pay for this, so we probably shouldn't do it. It's also like the first time, like, buying stuff, right? It's like, can I successfully financially buy this and recover? No, probably don't buy it. Probably should have thought about Pokemon cards that way, because, oh my gosh. The new cards are gonna expensive. Which reminds me, before the Pokemon Center one comes in, I should probably get a display case for the ETB. So I'm opening one, and we're gonna save the other one. Keep the other one sealed. It'll probably be the one and only product I actually keep sealed. As you know, I'm all about why keep stuff sealed when I can just rip open the packs. Yeah, I think if I did everything my brain thought of, I'd just be broke. Yep, I'd definitely be broke. There'd be a lot more things that are broken. I'd be broke. My wallet would be broke. Bank account would be empty. Oh, I need to wrap myself like a burrito. It's getting chilly. Whoosh. There we go. I'm in the comfort of my blanket. Poof. Oh. Box number 4. We got 5 boxes left. 5 boxes left. It took us 3 to do an hour to do 3. My brain is not all the way here. Oh. I just almost feel like I should probably do something while doing this. No. What gave you that thought, King? What gave you that thought? I can only imagine what. Might be insane. I feel like that's a... After all your intrusive thoughts, that might be a little bit of an understatement. That reminds me, I also need to watch whatever new anime came out this past weekend, because I didn't have to watch any. I need to watch anime. I need to rebuild whatever deck I'm trying to play on Friday. Because I haven't played Pokemon since Sacramento. Which doesn't seem like a long time, but feels like a while. Ooh, actually, let's see. I'm gonna check to see what won this past weekend. There was a tournament this past weekend. Ooh, Charizard won. Dragapult Iron Thorn. Hang on, let's look at this. It's Palkia Terrapagos. Okay, I don't think I want to play. Oh, this Gardevoir. Uses the trolley. Interesting. She's Call Bell. Interesting. Not decks I want to play though. I also want to open packs. I want to open pack. Oh god, the thought just occurred to me. Oh, but those don't ship till next year. Never mind. Not gonna worry about it now. I was like, the thought just occurred to me on all the pre-orders that I did. I have to make sure that I can financially recover. Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's one thing to like have the thought of it, but it's also another thing to actually like initiate on it, you know? I mean, I feel like it's good that you're able to like stop yourself and be like, yeah, that's incredibly wrong, but there are the few that don't. And that's when things take a turn for the bad. I think for me, it's like I've distracted my brain enough to where I'm not just like my brain's processing too much information to be thinking about other stuff. But I never seem to understand when my party is all hatched. Yeah, I've tried to like fill up my head with like TCG, with physics, with work, with stream, with video editing, all the stuff I got. I still have to like look through all the videos that I've done for these eggs and see how many I have. I should also check if I actually went through all the boxes. Little child with the coffees, am I word? Now what would happen? We just yeet in the water. Yeah, it's always a scary thought. What? Gotta think about the financials of it as well. They gotta take your money and then you can't buy anime stuff. Physics would be sad. A weird way to think about it. Wish. I want to think of a new topic, but I don't know what to talk about. I don't do anything. I feel like that's the hard part. Do you guys ever like find moments of I don't do anything other than X or Y? So there's not a lot of conversation to go with. I feel like once you get older, you don't have there's like not a lot of time to do stuff. Also doesn't help I don't like going outside. Oh, I would say the lack of wanting to go outside may hinder what conversation topics I can hit. But at the same time, I was like, what do you do going outside? How does summer school know physics? Exactly. That should be the leading factor, King. Just think about the physics and they'll be like, alright, I can't do this. Physics forbade it. Physics forbid it, therefore it shall not be. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get a bit early tonight because I'm just so tired. I don't even know why. Oh, come on, be shiny. At a certain point, when do I think that I'm doing Masuda wrong? At what point? But see, that's the thing. It's like when especially like since I wouldn't say I'm trying to, but at a certain point, you will have to meet other people. Maybe. Maybe. I'm trying to process it in my head. Hang on. Try to meet other people. Try to meet newer people. Conversation topics. It feels weird considering that a lot of conversation topics that I did previously, it's like, because I've dropped out of those games, I don't really feel like I can talk much about them. Like League, I played a lot of League. Now it's like I don't play it anymore. Well, I play it sometimes. Got animals for talking. I could talk to my cat. Nah, that's weird. I need to have like other conversation, other. So I don't know. The thought occurred to me, right? Is I only have like my main friend group. Right? A lot of people have like friend groups, other friend groups, and coworkers. I've got friend group and coworker. But how do people even like talk initially? Right? There has to be somebody to sort of engage the conversation. But for me, it's a question of how do people engage that conversation? A master of fake until you make it. I mean, yeah, there's always... I guess that's a pretty good way of starting it, but at the same time, I guess... how does one initiating the conversation, I guess, would be the thing. Because I guess that also technically works for, like, streams, right? How does one initiate conversation in, well, at least for streams, you know, you both have, like, sort of, like, interests? Because I can't imagine the person streaming would play something that they enjoyed. Sometimes. None the wiser. Yeah, I don't know. I sort of question how people, like, are able to initiate conversations with other people, you know? Like, people that go to, like, bars and stuff, and they, like, go up and talk to people. It's so weird. Oh. I guess the bigger question is how do outgoing people normally talk to people? Like, there has to be some sort of reason for it. There has to be some sort of initiating reason for people to talk to other people. Maybe I'm just thinking too hard about it. Oh. As it's like, with streaming, right? If people are interested in what you're doing, then they're more than likely to create that conversation. But in real life, you don't have that. Most of the time. Very interesting. Exactly how? How does one initiating conversation? I guess the only other question is why. How and why? It'd be funny, imagine there's just like a survey on why do you initiate conversation? I think I said that to somebody once, and they were just confused. I said that it's like one of my old coworkers, and she was just super confused. I don't think she gave me an answer either. Wow, there's so many people. I am interested in the hows and the why. Well, mostly the whys. I feel like the whys can lead to the hows. That's the neat part, you don't. Yeah, but at a certain point, there's got to be some that. I don't know. I feel like at a certain point, there's got to be a moment of where you would want to talk to some people, whether they're new or not. But then again, I also feel like it's also a lot easier when, like, your friend introduces you to, like, other people. And I feel like at that point, the how and the why become answered, right? If your friend is introducing you to, like, their friends, Then the how is answered based off their introduction. The why, it's probably like they want your friends to be there. True. But I feel like that there's... You also have to be able to find the people that aren't, you know? Like, I'm sure there's a vast amount of people that are annoying, but there's also the few that aren't too bad. But that could also just be wishful thinking. I don't know. This is like a shower thought that I had earlier, too. Oh, look at all those Sprititos. Because I had the shower thought. What? Oh god, no. No, that thought is leaving me. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Hang on. Where did that thought go? I had the shower thought of how did I used to talk to other people back when I was in school, and why did those conversations escalate the way that they did? And I didn't have an answer for either of those questions, so here we are. We're stuck in wanting to know the hows and the whys. God, this VOD is gonna be so weird. The best friend, me, myself, and I don't know. I think it's because I'm like older and single that I've started to like, oh god, I don't want to say it out loud. I'm not gonna say it out loud. We're not gonna say it out. You know what? We're gonna end the thought there. I'll let you think about what the rest of that thought was, and you can imagine it however you want it to be. For now, we're just trying to get this shiny. Please don't be a shiny. I don't want to put this in the video. I was almost trying to reverse psychology it. Yeah, like maybe sometimes you have to like speak on a bad moment in order for it to actually become a shiny. It's just something you gotta do. Pikachu. Ivan what? Awesome Pikachu. Gross. You just really want the wall in your life. I don't think I need the wall. I need my Mega Blaziken. I guess it also sort of ties into like what I have future planned for next year. Oh, you don't. Oh. Okay, never mind. I've kind of slowly answered my. I've answered one of my situations of how and why. So whenever I go to play Pokemon cards locally, I definitely feel like I've made friends. That's because I consistently went to the shop to play. Nah, I'm a big fire type, my guy. I believe in burning everything to the ground. Pyromancy. Oops. What is happening? I really hope the next game comes out soon. True Mega. I don't know. I hope they bring back all the megas in the next game. I'm very excited to see what they're gonna have, and I very desperately want to start playing the game. Meow. Then... I'm also very interested to know how they're gonna do shiny hunting in the next game. Or I'm wondering if it's gonna be like a Pokemon Arceus, Legends Arceus style game. It's probably the biggest question I have. Is it gonna be Legends Arceus style? Is it gonna be Pokemon Let's Go style? Where they have Pokemon spawn in the overworld? But it's not like as open world in sections. I don't know. Very curious. Then again, also, how would you get all the mega stuff if there is no like storyline progression? I'm also assuming that they're only gonna have a. I'm also wondering they're probably only gonna have like a limitation of what Pokemon can be mega evolved. If so, which ones can mega, and are they bringing back all the old megas? Would be a wonder. Dun, 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 dun. At this point, I feel like I'm more distraught on not getting a shiny. Ooh, my new shoes are coming in. Yippee. I need to also see if I have a Pokemon pack. What is this? There's an update. Sure. Update. Oh, did TCG Pocket release the new packs already? I wonder. Honestly, Mega T-Type is really sick too. But all I want is Mega Blaziken and probably a new Mega Fire type. I would like a new Mega Fire type and possibly a Mega Dark type. I don't know which Pokemon I would give it to. I can't imagine that they would give Zoroark one, because they already gave Zoroark a Hisuian form. And even then, I think the Hisuian form is super cool. Alright, what updates did TCG Pocket do? It obviously wasn't a big update. I'm curious. Mythic boys. Why is my game not starting? Hello? Also, do I have? I do. I just need Burning Darkness. What? Authentication error. Did this update just break my Pokemon Pocket? What is happening? Noting. Like if I take my eyes off the pocket game, it's gonna mess up. Okay. Needs to additionally update. Okay, what did the update do? Mega Haxorus? Haxorus would be sick. Haxorus is definitely one of those Pokemon that were already super sick. But I do think a Mega Evolution would also make it really sick. It would make it even more sick. Ooh, we got Ralts! Ralts! That's so weird. The game had an update. But it doesn't look like anything was updated. That's so weird. So sick, you got. Like even sicker than that. Interesting. I wonder how they would design it. I'm just intrigued to see how they're planning on like designing future Mega Pokemon in general. Or even just Gen 10 Pokemon. I feel like that's probably going to be a big thing when they release Gen 10. So, assuming we make it there. I don't think we've had a shiny yet. Well, at the end, we will check all of them just to be sure. I hope... Well, I don't know, actually. If I have to go through all this hatching just for them to make it easier to get these shinies... Kind of. Nah. I hope that they make it easier for us to shiny hunt these starters, because I don't want to hatch eggs till all of next year. You know, during this time, I'm gonna open up some of the video files I have to see how many eggs it's taken so far. That's today. I've got one. Come on, show me how many boxes of eggs we got. One. God, I hate hearing my voice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 boxes of eggs plus 5. Okay. Where's the notepad? I can just do this. So we got 6 boxes of eggs, which is what? How many per box? 30. So we got 185. 185 the first day. I'd be so sad, honestly. I'd be happy for everybody else, though. So that means everybody else can also get the shinies. I'm gonna see if I can get an exact count of where I'm at. Oh, but didn't I... Oh, hang on. I will look. I'll count later to see, because I know there was a stream where we made eggs as well. That might have been the first stream. One... Did I not scroll through the boxes to see how many eggs I had? Okay. 8 boxes, 1 row of 9. So you have 8 full boxes plus a party. 8 is 240. So 245. Right. Yes. Okay. There's no way I just went straight into doing the thing. I wish my arm factory resets whenever I hit the funny bone. Whenever I hit the funny bone, it just like stun locks my arm. Okay, so this might... Yeah, this might have been the stream. Okay, so that stream, it looks like it went into... Did we only hatch half the eggs on this first time? I think I've hatched everything I did. Well, it's definitely a regular Monday. Okay, so on the second day, we didn't even freaking hatch all the eggs. I did make some eggs. Stop putting it into the bowl. How many eggs did I make? 4. Okay, so that's all I did, right? Sorry, King. It is a little bit empty. I think you scared King Ender Flame away. Banana. Okay, 4 boxes minus 3. 4 boxes is 120. Minus 3 is 117. So on the 25th. Okay, 8 boxes minus 3 plus 5. 8 boxes, 240 plus 5 minus 3, 242. I shouldn't get enemy visit. I've actually been trying to catch up on One Piece. I'm currently on 560 something. But yeah, as far as the new seasons of anime go, there are some pretty decent ones that I haven't been keeping track of the names though. Okay, and then today. Sorry, King, give me a second. Today I have 9 minus 1, 9, 270, 269. Okay. Then I can calculate them later. Actually, we're not even really that close to 1,000. Now that I have the numbers in front of me. I've been watching Blue Lock because I really enjoy soccer. Let me just go here. Dan is also pretty good. I actually really like that one too. I've been watching Arifureta Shokugyo de Sekai. I'm not a robot. I don't know what the English title is. Ari. It's a new episode, so I need to watch that today. Arifureta. Oh, it just sucks I don't have a lot of the English names. Yeah, Dan was so good. Was such a good anime. Are you like fully caught up, or are you a couple episodes behind? Cause I'd hate to spoil. Let's see. Really? They put that in winter anime? I'm trying to like look up to see if I can find the English titles. feel like all these ones aren't. Oh. Okay, so sit here. Let's see. Dan Da Dan is what I'm watching. Blue Lock is another good one I'm watching. Okay. Arifureta from Commonplace to World's Strongest, Season 3. I really enjoyed that. I need to watch Gurren Lagann because I haven't finished it. Watch Kimi wa Meido-sama. 365 Days to the Wedding. Load her life in another world. Let this grieving soul retire. As a reincarnated aristocrat, I'll use my appraisal skills to do something. I need to watch this one. I'll become a villainess who goes down in history. There's actually quite a bit of ones that I'm watching. And there's others that I noticed that tapered off, but I need to go back and watch them. Yeah, I've definitely heard a lot of good things about Gurren Lagann. We are not on box 9 yet. I feel like I've been binging One Piece for so long now that it's like I'm it's at what 1,100 and something or other. Yeah, I started like probably around August watching One Piece. Maybe a little bit earlier than that. Oh, it's one of those animes. Okay. Definitely need to give it a watch then. Especially if it's only 27 episodes, it's not too much. Could probably binge it over a weekend, maybe. Maybe that's what I'll spend the next holiday weekend doing, is binging that one. I've heard a lot of good things about it. A lot of people have given it very good praise. I don't know. It's hard to think of English. I feel like I spend so much time trying to split my attention between different animes that I can't. It's hard to like stick to one, which is why I'm surprised I'm even watching One Piece. Six. But I definitely need to. There's like animes that I've started that I haven't gone back to finish. I really wish they would have made a No Game No Life season 2. Oh yeah, I've seen some physics in that. I will happily oblige though. I will happily oblige. I don't know. I think maybe 27 episodes, 20 minutes per episode, probably. 27, 9 hours, maybe. I could probably binge it on Sunday. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I was so happy when they made the movie. I was a little bit sad that the movie wasn't like, you know, a forward progression. But the movie was so good. I enjoyed the movie a lot. Yeah, No Game No Life has been like something that I'm just like, I want a season 2 super badly. Also, High School of the Dead. High School of the Dead is also an anime where I'm like, I want more. But I don't think we're gonna get any more. But I wanted more. I don't think we're gonna get any of those extra seasons though. I did see that they were gonna have a High School DxD. I think I saw something where there's gonna be another season. I could be wrong though. Which honestly, I don't even remember where it left off in the last season. Talking about physics. I am interested to see what animes they're gonna make season 2s for the beginning of next year. I saw that there were supposed to be some good ones. I don't remember which ones specifically though. Nice, welcome back, King Enderflame. King was going mad with loneliness. And now we're just talking about anime. Yeah, I'll definitely take some time to binge it over a weekend. Maybe 2 weekends. I'll give myself 2 weekends tops. Wow. Actually, that's the sad part. So I've got a Christmas party on Saturday. So this weekend, I'm not going to be streaming on Saturday because I've got a Christmas party to get to. But next Saturday, I've got a work party that I'm probably going to stream earlier that day. So realistically, I have like this Sunday and then next Sunday if I want to binge it. Actually, I can start binging it after I play Pokemon on Friday, and then I can binge more on the Sunday. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I finish before Monday stream next week. Yeah, there's definitely like a lot of animes where it's like I'm trying to keep up with it, but it's so hard to like spend time making sure I know which animes release on which days. Yeah, that's also the other thing is like I also am like not too like big hype on mechas. I think that's sort of what didn't really make me care to watch it, but I mean, if so many people are recommending it because the story is just amazing, then I don't see why not. Gosh, Fuecoco, be shiny. I've also like reviewed all the old VODs I have and counted up the exact amount of eggs that we've gone through. I just need to add them all together. It almost feels like I'm missing a day when I look at these. No, 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 no. Actually, let's do this. Can I add it here? 816. Interesting. So by the end of this stream, we will be at 816 eggs. So if we don't have a shiny this stream, and we don't have a shiny on Thursday, that means we've gone 1,000 eggs. Yeah, I feel like the isekai genre has been like overdone so much though. I haven't found too many good ones. Ooh. Yeah, although I will say I feel like there has been like a lot of 12 episode ones where they wrap it up decently well in like 12 episodes. Like they leave you wanting more so you can click on the manga and then watch the read the manga. Or be disappointed, be left in disappointment. One of the two. I forgot which anime was it, but there was one anime where it's like I've watched it, I binged it over the weekend, saw that there wasn't a season 2, and I asked my friend about it, and he's like, oh yeah, you just have to read the manga, because I don't think there's going to be a season 2. I'm like, oh, I don't want to read, though. I don't want to read! You can't make me! Ew. No, 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 no. That's how they get you, though. To read the manga, you have to watch the anime, get to the cliffhanger, and then they're like, read, damn it. Then they say nay. Yeah, I don't know. I always get stopped at the moment where they're like, yeah, you have to read the manga. I'm like, yep. My journey with this anime ends. And then I hope that at some point in the future, my brain will forget what happened and then I can rewatch it and relive it. Like, I love Food Wars so much. I've watched the anime in its entirety like 5 times. And that's one anime where it's like, because of my lack of good memory, I don't always remember what happens. And so every time I watch it, it's always a great experience. Alright, I'm very hopeful. I saw some good things coming out in the beginning of next year, I think. I don't specifically remember what, but I just remembered I was excited for what was to be released. Yeah! Food clothing explosions. It's so good. I don't know, it's also just like, I like cooking, and I enjoy how they go through like the science and like the profiling of each dish that they do. I almost wish they did it like Dr. Stone, where they like have moments in there where they have like the complete measurements and stuff like that, because I feel like that would be most helpful, because a lot of the food in there I'd love to try and make. They just look so good. Unfortunately though, I am very lazy, and the most I'll probably do is like make fried rice. World Trigger, let's see this. Yeah, World Trigger's a long one. Isn't that like 200 something episode? I got to like, I think I got like halfway through World Trigger, and then I didn't get far enough. Dr. Stone season 4? Yeah. Oh, Dr. Stone is so good. I love how they go through the science of things, but it's not like too overly complicated. Yeah, I'm trying to remember. I think they were gonna have a solo leveling season 2. Is what I saw. Actually, I just Google it. Let's see. January 2025 anime. Oh, winter 2025. Interesting. So yeah, they showed oh no, 4th season of Dr. Stone. Solo leveling season 2. Never seen any of these other ones. There's another Fate thing. We say a Phantom Trigger. I may be a guild receptionist, but I'll solo any boss something or other. That looks good. Office romance, okay. Welcome to the Japan, Mrs. Elf. Interesting. It definitely looks like there's gonna be a couple ones that are pretty good. Head hunted to another world, nice. Isekai Salaryman, of course, of course, of course. My A-ring party to help my former students. Okay, interesting. There's definitely a lot of good ones that are looking to come. Not as many as I thought I'd recognize, though. Oh! Never mind, I don't remember that one. Alright, Dr. Stone Season 4. That's gonna be lit. I loved all the previous seasons. I'm gonna have to remember what happened at the end of Season 3. Because I remember that they finished their thing for it. I don't want to spoil specifics about it. But I remember that they finished their deed with the island. I don't remember if there was anything else that was sort of like, you know, how they like lead into like the next season of things. So yeah, I remember they found the source. And the island people beat the bad dude. I can't let people that I can't let people know? No. I mean, I don't really feel shame in letting people know what anime I watch. Like, I'll typically give a lot of anime like the old 1 to 3 episode watch before I decide if I want to finish it or not. Like, High School DxD is probably... I don't know, is that like the hardest one to let people know that I watched it? Even then, I also don't feel like it's very embarrassing to watch it, though. Because it's like, I will say, like, harem and romance animes are, like, pretty funny to me. There are the few where it's like, I can't stand it when, like, the main character, like, the main dude is just an absolute why does everybody like him type thing. So for those ones, I haven't finished them just because I dropped them off and was just like, I can't stand the main dude. But there's also just a large majority of harem animes that I've thoroughly enjoyed. Like, namely, I don't think I can watch Rent-A-Girlfriend because I just don't like the main character. ReZero, I watched like the first season and I don't think I could get past the second season because the dude just annoys me. See, that's what I'm saying, right? It's like High School DxD, it's like, it's got a pretty decent story plot. You just have to get past all the other bits and pieces. But I feel like that's where a lot of people get stuck on, you know? They sort of look at it and be like, oh, it's got stuff in pieces. I'm like, oh, yeah, but if you look past it, you know, the story's actually pretty good. It's also, like, interesting to see interactions of like, all the different harem girls. Because you typically have, like, a lot of different personalities all trying to fawn over the one dude. And so it's interesting to see all the different personalities of people. Whether it be accurate or not, you know. I don't think there's any one that I've been, like, ashamed I finished. I can't. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what I'm saying. I mean, no shame if you like ReZero, but I just can't get past the main character. Like, I watched him for the first season, and that was as far as I was willing to get with him. I feel like, though, Rent-A-Girlfriend's main character is, like, even worse. Actually, they could be both equally bad. It depends on where you stand. I don't know, I guess I also just didn't care about the concept of restarting yourself by offing yourself. Yeah, I didn't really care too much about that concept. Yeah. I don't remember what happened the last time I watched it, but I just remember that it got to like the final straw. I'm like, all right, that's it. I can't watch any more of this. What was there's one I don't know. I feel like giving animes at least 3 episodes to like try and hook you is a good barometer or a good meter. Because it can't be like, oh yeah, you have to get through like the first half of the first season in order to really pick up. I'm like, dude, I can't wait that long. I can't wait watching majority of the anime just to get to the good part. It's gotta at least hook at some early point, you know, to sort of entice you to watch it more. At least that's how I feel. Like, there's some animes where I'd say I'll give it like 1 episode and be like, yeah, I don't foresee this leading anywhere decent, I guess. But there's other animes where I give it like the entire first season, and then it's like second season, I'm like, nah, I'm good. Yeah. I mean, yeah, there is definitely like a part I can see an argument for stopping at 2. But yeah, I feel like anywhere between 1 to 3 is a pretty good meter for it. 1, it's sort of like it had to be really bad in order for you to drop it type thing. It's crazier because it's like there's also animes where it's like I'll watch like 6 episodes and I'll be like, yeah, I'm not feeling it anymore. And genres definitely change sometimes. Well, not genres, but interest in the animes can change even like in the middle of the season. Right. Oh, come on. I don't know. Have you ever watched an anime and then just like stopped watching it the episode before the final? Or do you give it the final courtesy? But I feel like more times than not, there's been anime where it's like I want to see more, but it only stops at like episode 12. Oh yeah. Like that's what happened to me with Sword Art Online. Actually, with Sword Art Online, it's like I loved the first half of the first season, but then like the second half when they went to like the fairy game online, I did not like that. Yeah, 100%. That's how I felt about ReZero for a while. What else? Attack on Titans felt weird to me. Cause I feel like it's just been too long since I've seen it for one. But I remember like going into like the last season, I was like, oh, let me rewatch like the last episode from the previous season before to see where I was at. And then I watched the first episode of the new season. I'm like, yeah, I don't see where it linked up. It felt like that there was a big disconnect between the last season and the season prior. I was just very confused. I still watched it. I just don't remember what happened. Yeah, I'm trying to remember if there's any other ones. I feel like it's just mainly ReZero is probably the only anime where I can confidently say that I watched the first season and then just didn't watch the second season. Or I watched like the first episode, I'm like, yeah, I can't handle it anymore. I can't think of any other ones. I feel like most other ones, like, if I watch the first season in full, I typically enjoy the second season. That's more likely than not, if I didn't enjoy the first season, I'm less likely to watch the second season. Actually, if I didn't even like the first season, it's less likely I'll even finish the first season. That becomes a whole issue in itself, is like, do I even finish the first season? Shield Hero, I was okay with the second season. I didn't overly care too much. I think it's because I had so much emotional investment in the first season that the second season just felt a little bit off. But it's like, comparatively to what happened in the first season to the second season, there's not like a lot of like emotional attachment, right? Because Shield Hero, like, they hook you in within the first couple episodes. And it's definitely an anime where it's like I was dragged in by the first couple episodes, and I was very invested. I don't remember how it transferred between the first and the second season. I do remember it felt like it was a little bit awkward. But I do think it was definitely an anime where I could have ended on the first season and been happy with it. Just because the resolution of the first season went so well. I have trouble with all of these eggs. Every day. It's nothing new, you know. Sometimes I just lose my space. I can't get them where I want them, you know. If one of them became a shiny, it'd be a little bit more enjoyable, but like some season 2s, it's not, we're not progressing. Oh gosh, I have trouble walking in a straight circle. Yes. I'm also getting quite sleepy. It's only 9:30 p.m. Which reminds me I need to set my alarm. Meow 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 meow. Doo doo ba doo ba doo. Oh. Regular Spaghettito. 11:25. Yeah, I'd be in bed because I'm just. I don't know why, but like especially like the end of the year, I get so. I get so tired towards the end of the year. I'm like more tired than usual. And just the thought of me having to work out tomorrow makes me even more tired. Ooh. See, that's the crazy thing, right? The worst part is like caffeine doesn't even wake me up anymore. I've definitely messed myself up with caffeine. It does nothing. Need to start hybrid. I wish I could. I don't have the. If anything, I would have been able to hibernate like this past week for Thanksgiving, but I had to finish all of my Christmas shopping, which, to be fair, I got majority of it done. So I guess for me, it's also just that I've had like back-to-back weekends where I've woken up like before 7:30. And I've only been waking up before 7:30 for like work. Like this will be a nice relaxing weekend this weekend. I don't have to wake up for anything. Christmas party is like later on in the day. I need to remember to check what time it's at. But I can just sit, relax, do some meal prep. Bada bing, bada boom. Reminds me, I need to figure out what to make for meal prep. Yeah, I have a friend that also hates coffee. I'm okay with it. It's one of those things where I only like for the most part I like caramel flavored coffee. But it also has to be like really sweet. I can't handle bitter coffee. I tried and I just don't like it. But for the most part, I only really drink it because it's something warm in the morning. It doesn't wake me up. Like, realistically, I could probably swap it for hot chocolate, but... I don't know. I think I like coffee more just because it's got added... you can add... It feels right to add more sugar to it. Like, I'm definitely not a person that will go to Starbucks every day, you know, get my venti caramel macchiato, whatever. Actually, I can't even remember the last time I've been to a Starbucks, but if the offer presents itself, I don't mind drinking some coffee. I don't know. I feel like the issue I have with hot chocolate, right, is that I haven't had like a hot chocolate where it was like, it hit me with a lot of flavor, you know? Most hot chocolates that I've had are like very watery. And I know it's like water and powder, but I don't know. I think I need to have it where it has more of that chocolate flavor other than just like watered down chocolate type stuff. Why is it blurry? I think that's my only issue with hot chocolate. I wonder what would happen if I treated the hot chocolate like I did coffee. Just put more sugar and more caramel in it. Could be a solution. Milk instead of water anyway, always. That'd be something interesting to try as well. I've thought about that as a solution, but I never tried it. One, because I'm also just slightly lactose intolerant, so sometimes when I drink, when I have too much dairy, it doesn't always agree with me. But I guess the same instance could be said for coffee. More flavor. Yeah, I can imagine if I used milk instead of water, it would definitely have more flavor. Yeah, I don't know. It's like, yeah, whenever I was younger, we'd always have like water with it, and it just always tasted like watered down chocolate. There wasn't enough chocolate flavor in the hot chocolate. Although I will say sometimes when you go to like a restaurant or like a diner style restaurant, sometimes they have pretty banging hot chocolates, I will say. Yeah, I think if I ever like was to get either a coffee or a hot chocolate at a diner, I'd probably lean more to hot chocolate. They typically do. They typically have banger ways of doing it. Straight chugging milk, unbreakable bones. You'll be able to survive just like the wall. Oof. You can live out yourself like the wall himself. Oh, I need to make sure I use chapstick. Ugh. Lips get messed up this time of year. If I don't chapstick, then they're gonna get chapped and I'm just gonna be sad. I will say, we are staying home for Christmas this year, which is kind of nice. We don't have to drive very far. I'm gonna fight alone anymore. Oh! Yeah, I never really drink too much milk. But I've also haven't broken a bone in my body, so... I've only ever dislocated my shoulder a couple times. Not that I remember, because it always happened when I was a wee child. Oh, I always have to use chapstick. I realized, like, in my... in my mid-teens, I never had to use it. Probably later teens, I've had to use it. But definitely, like, in my 20s, whenever it became, like, wintertime, I always had to use chapstick. And if I ever didn't use chapstick, my lips would be so chapped. And then it would just, like, start peeling. And I'm just like, ugh, it doesn't feel good, because whenever it's, like, dead skin on my lips, I'd want to peel it. But now it's like, alright, I just always make sure, like starting last year, I always made sure that I had chapstick on me during this time of the year. Even sometimes, like, in February, it'll happen. Because I don't want to deal with having chapped lips. Yeah, it's also one of those things where it's like, you know, just carry a stick on me whenever I'm out at work. Not too much of an issue. Yeah. I'm still kind of like that. Like, definitely when I was younger, I would get sick less often. Now that I'm older, I don't get sick enough to where I feel like I need to stay home and be in bed type thing. If I ever do, then yeah, it's typically 2 days, 1 to 2 days. More and more, it just feels like I'm just consistently lesser sick. We want to call it that. I used to be able to stand the cold. Now, not so much anymore. Yeah, we'll see what happens when you get older, though. Because I definitely used to be the kid that would, like, rock tank top, shorts, and sandals in, like, cold weather. But now it's like, I have to wear actual pants. And I'll wear, like, a jacket or something. Yeah, I used to be the same back in my day. When I was a young whippersnapper, I used to be able to handle all these different temperatures. And now look at me. I'm frail and brittle. Ooh, the slightest change in the temperature can make me wilt away. And then again, when it came to like hot weather, I never liked hot weather. I always hated the heat. It was always a pain. Whether I was younger or even now, I still hate the heat. There's those on it. No. Oh gosh. I'm almost feeling like I'm just doing Masuda method wrong. But yeah. Ankle shattered, we just got that. Bro, my knees, oh my gosh. Let me tell you about my knees. Whenever I squat down, my knees, they crack. Whenever I do push-ups, my elbows creak. I've also been having like some issues with my wrists, but it's not too bad on my wrist. God, we got so many more eggs. Yeah, I'm gonna soon be at the age where I need to get a walker. Just kidding. Or am I? I will say that ever since like I started working out, I have felt like a little bit more active than what I normally would be. So that's my only advice, is even as you get older, make sure you're at least doing something to be somewhat active. If you can stay active between not between, if you can stay active in your 20s, then you'll probably have a better time in your 30s. At least when it comes to being active, because I wasn't very active in my 20s. I've definitely messed up my body, and now that I'm in my 30s, I find the will to work out is very low. But I do it anyways. That is all. Make sure you're healthy in your 20s, so you can be healthy in your 30s, and healthy in your 40s, and healthy in your 50s, and then be ancient in your 60s. Yeah. I am 30. I am old. I hit 30 like, what month are we in? Oh, I hit 30 exactly a month ago. Your early 20s. I wish. I wish. Well, yeah, I guess I wish. Sorry to burst your bubble, King. I am old. I'm glad I can personify a 20-year-old, though. Well, I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know if that's a good thing. I don't know. I mean, technically, I still pretty much feel the same as I was when I was in my early 20s. It's just the physical differences between 20s and 30s is the only thing I feel, I guess. I still have all the same interests and stuff. I've just been through much later of my life. It feels weird once you're, like, in your 30s, you know? Because I think once you get to, like, 25, you're just like, okay, now we're hitting the older place. And then time just sort of speeds up from there. I don't have any Pokemon. Oh gosh. Yeah, start preparing me my casket. Prepare me my walker. So that I can at least still walk when I'm in my 35s, you know. Yeah. Honestly though, sometimes sometimes you could feel you could feel the 30s. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I think for me, if I would have kept, or if I would have kept like playing soccer, like working out and such throughout my 20s, I probably would have been physically fine. I probably would also have a lot more energy. It also hurts that, like, you know, I wish I started doing like all this Pokemon stuff like mid-20s. Because then I would have probably progressed a lot further in a lot of what I want to do. So that's the downside, right? Sometimes you just realize a little bit later on in life what you want to do, where you want to head. And then you just become, if I started earlier, ooh, I'd be in a better spot, maybe, question mark. Who knows, if 27-year-old me were to start hatching all these eggs, maybe I would have gotten 3 of each of them by now. But based on how many eggs I'm hatching, I'm not so sure. Oh! Sprigatito. I'm just imagining that you're imagining me as like a ripe and fresh out of college student, and then now that I told you that I'm 30, my body is just like shriveling and wrinkling in your image. Just my face is just wrinkled. That's hilarious, honestly. But I mean, honestly, it doesn't feel like that there's much of a difference between like 27 and 30. Maybe I'm trying to copium myself, but there doesn't feel like a very big difference. Yeah, I have been out of college for quite a while. 20... God, when did I graduate? Because that's the crazy thing, right? Is like time just moves a lot faster when you're older. So even like for me, right? Now that now that you know that I'm 30, it just I'd probably still be saying and doing the exact same things if I was like 25 to 27. Quite interesting the more that I think about it. I think there was one line that I said. Oh, I don't remember. I guess that's also a downside. Now that I'm 30, I feel like my memory's going. So I feel like if there was ever one phrase that I've been saying the most this year, it's just I don't remember. Put that on a poster, pin it on your wall. I don't remember. Grabbed a lantern, 2024. In the height of his 30s. That's so funny though. That's also the crazy thing is like you can't really I don't like like when I was younger I imagine like at 30s it's like you know you start doing a bunch of you do a lot more office business stuff, social relationships with other people. I think that's the harder part though, since we're like a big online generation. There's not a lot of in-person interactions, especially since like I feel like I'm very different from most 30-year-olds. Alright, we're not that old, we're not that old. You gotta wait till I'm like 60 or something. I think it's what at 30s. 30s is when your body really starts creaking. 40s is when you start slipping around. 50s, you're pushing your luck. And then 60s, you reach status of like ancient, right? I think by the time you hit 60, that's when they grant you the status of ancient one. You grab your title. You live to be into your 60s, you get to grant yourself title of Ancient One. I don't know, I'd like to believe that not a lot of things will change amongst going throughout the years. I mean, obviously, some things are going to change, but I feel like a lot of the interests that I have now are probably not going to change within the next couple of years. No. No. I will be a step uncle in March of next year. But that's the closest I'll be for now. That's the crazy part, right? It's like, since we're all big, like, online people, I haven't had a lot of social interactions. My siblings are kind of different. What is your fate? For you, King, based off your intrusive thoughts, I don't know. You know, based on all the milk you be drinking, I discern that your fate will be like the wall. You will become mega. You will protect everybody. And you just won't die. As long as you don't listen to your intrusive thoughts, then it'll be fine. Once you listen to your intrusive thoughts, then woo, your fate will be skewed. That's also the other interesting thing I thought about, like when animes, you know how a lot of them, it's like they talk about how you can change your fate. It's like, but is your fate to try and change your fate to a different fate? It's kind of weird, kind of weird. It's questionable and weird. See the birth of Queen Elizabeth? Actually, I was. If you look at the picture, I was there right in the background. They painted me in and everything. Held the pose for about 12.5 hours. Honestly, painting was very slow. Probably should have gotten a different one. Oh, I wasn't there for that. That was my parents. My parents were there for the meteor that wiped out the dinosaurs. That was before my time, you know. I'm not that old yet. I might as well be, though. Gosh, you're saying all the lines I would say to my parents. God. Da, 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 da. Da, da. Imagine the Big Bang of the universe. I mean, I don't even want to imagine that. Probably what my grandparents saw. I also just question how people, like, survive very long, you know? 'Cause I feel like we're also going into the day and age where majority of people are just okay being single. What was the end this void? Dark and cold. The endless void of the universe before we have collided together to form our ethereal self. That's a crazy concept. Jesus. Like, it's crazy, like, especially when I was in high school, right? You know, I had older cousins, and I was just imagining being their age, and now that I'm their age, I'm just, like, looking at the younger generation, I'm like, God, imagine being that age. The formation of reality. There was no formation, it was all just scattered around in the universe. There was no form, no structure. I feel like the more lines that you give me, the more white hairs I get. That's also the crazy thing, right? I started getting gray hairs when I was in high school. So roughly around like 17, 18-ish. And now it's just more prominent that I get a lot more gray hairs. It's also just hard to tell people's ages from like between 25 and 30s. I feel like we all relatively look the same. Maybe. I think you can only tell between 20s and 30s by how their bones creak. Sort of like an old mansion door that needs like WD-40. It creaks and it cracks and bada bing, it just all out of wax. I feel like trying to get these shiny starters is also not helping my cause. Oh my god. Just prepare yourself, King. When you get to 30, you'll be as tired as me. It's like, you know, King, I feel like majority of like other streamers are also in their 30s. I think. I would assume like what, Shroud's probably in the 30s. Valkyrie's probably in the 30s, Pokemon's probably in the 30s. Majority of offline TVs is probably in their 30s. Gosh, we're all getting old. But the previous universe, it was a cold and desolate place. There was not a lot of life. Everybody was still as antisocial as they are today. Not a lot has changed, actually. All the questions of the universe are still exactly the same. Who are we and where have we gone? Welcome back, King Flame. King has just realized how old I actually was. It's been quite funny, to be perfectly honest. I guess King Flame, how old do you assume I was? I want to see if you have the same estimate that he provided. I don't think I've ever really mentioned my age. No, I might have. I don't remember. That's probably why I'm always tired, because I'm old. Mid-20s. Wow, you guys are so generous. I wish I was still mid-20s. But I mean, I don't know. I guess I still feel the same as I was in my mid-20s. I would say I'm only 30, but I am 30. I turned 30 a month ago. Exactly a month ago. So... up until a little while, I was still in my 20s. It's kind of funny the more that you go into it, right? It's like, the more birthdays that you have, the more you start realizing nothing much changes. I feel like the only changes that really happen is like 18, 21, and maybe like 23. Well, maybe not 23. Maybe like 25. Because it's like 18, you can really get your license. 21, you can start drinking. 25, it's like you start reaching that like adultish era. Oh, that'd be interesting. Just grow another tail on my avatar. I don't think I'd ever pay for someone to make another tail for me, but... I fear that I probably won't find these shiny starters before I reach my 40s, Jesus. Got a good bit to go before you turn 18. Well, enjoy it while you can. Nah, it doesn't get worse, if I'm being perfectly honest. Unless you, like, mess up your body before then. A word from your elder. Don't drink too much energy drinks. Eventually, they won't do a thing for you when you're actually tired, and then you'll just be even more tired. I feel like that's one big issue I had when I was working in like a restaurant job, was like energy drinks didn't do anything. How many boxes left? We've got 1.5-ish. So we're almost done. So after we finish this box, we will be officially at 816 eggs. With no starter in sight. Pretty soon, if I don't... Okay, so here's the plan, right? I'm going to spend all of December just trying to stream the normal days with the amount of eggs. And then in January, we're going to be doing evolutions, because to celebrate the new set. If we don't finish the starters by January, then I'm going to have to start either doing more offline. I'll probably do more offline. Or figure out how to work my second Switch. Hey, whoa. The only things that I've been doing is Advil. Advil and Motrin, those things, oh, peak performance. I really like coffee. It's funny because King hates coffee. I kind of like both. Actually, well, I guess I'm big indifference to both. I'll drink both, but just don't over caffeine yourself. Because then by the time you get to like later college, you'll never be able to stay up for anything. No, my bodily functions are still here. I may be old, but I'm not decrepit yet. Gotta give me more years for that to happen. Smells like burnt toast. Da, da, ba, da, ba, da, ba, da, ba. Call you a senior citizen. Oh, you're not even close to you said you got a good bit to your 18s. How are you a senior citizen? See, that's when you just gotta roll reversal. You just gotta tell your parents how was it when they first invented fire back in the day. That's what I did. How was it seeing when they first invented the wheel? I've already got 1 foot in the door. I got 1 foot through the door already. I think you act like an old person. I mean, it just depends. Do your joints creak and crack? Do you make like old person moans when you like stand up or sit down? Because I've realized I've started having to do that. It is officially congratulations, King. You are living in the future. How is December 3rd? Is it as old as December 2nd? Yeah, but it's okay. I enjoy the old insults. Slaps me back to my reality of being old. But it's all in good fun. It's even more fun because I'm also out of my friend group, I'm the youngest. So they all turned 30 before me. So while I was still 29, I would always crack those jokes on them. Alright, King Enderflave, you might be older than me. You've got older tendencies than I do, Jesus. That's some old person tendencies. I'm part of like the new generation of older people. We read online articles and then we just judge people from our gaming chairs. Bro, is this seriously not a shot? Be shiny. Yeah, I'll be honest, I never read the newspaper. The only time I read the newspaper was probably for like some high school project. So I remember back in the day we needed to do that. Yeah, I feel like that's probably a normal thing though. Like I feel like almost at a lot of certain ages you start realizing that yeah, some children can just be little shits, you know? Come on, you hate it, dude. Is that why I can't find any shinies anymore? All the shinies have gone to all the younger generations. I will say though, I did find a shiny full-on Salandit in my Pokemon Violet, so... Some of them still like my presence. About the same with your phone. I'm just imagining like a small 5-year-old just be like looking at all the other kids like on the playground, be like, yeah, I don't like any of you. Oh, it's so funny to me. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like that it's there. I feel like there's a big difference in like parenting structure now than back then. Because back then it was relatively fine. Now I feel like that there's just like a severe lack of discipline with a lot of like children and stuff. You know? I feel like that's sort of like where the issue is. I feel like a lot of like newer parents are just like, oh yeah, it's like cruel how older people treated like their children back in the day. I'm like, well, not really. It's they got them disciplined, you know? Newer children just sort of can get away with whatever they want nowadays. Which is like, I guess, the more disturbing thing for like majority of the public. And myself. Bring back the belt. I mean, you didn't even really need to use a belt. Like, I was disciplined with the hand. And it worked very effectively. Yeah, all in all, I feel like majority of the generation is just spoiled now. Yeah, it is definitely a big difference between now and back then, though. Like, sometimes when I'm out in, like, public, like at a store, I'll, like, hear children and be like, oh, God. Whose child is this? Whose child is screaming their head off bloody murder in the store? We are at our final box. I'm trying to believe the counting method doesn't work. It does. True. Well, that's yeah. That's also the big thing. It's like back then, when parents counted down, we knew what would happen if they reached the bottom. But nowadays, it's like they count down, and nothing really happens majority of the time. Yeah. Cause it's like a lot of kids nowadays just get away with whatever they want for the most part, and their parents don't do anything about it. It also just feels like there's also a lot of social media influence on majority of like younger kids as well. So some of the people that they may watch online like do something and then they look at it and be like, oh, it's okay to do all this other kind of stuff. Like, I always grew up finding it weird that like prank channels where you're just like disrupting other random people throughout their day. Just weird. No, yeah, like for the counting down method, they definitely have to like understand that once you hit 0, something's gonna happen. And a lot of times, it doesn't even need to be physical. Like, you can just like, I feel like taking away their stuff also works out. Because I feel like a lot of kids are like entitled when they have their stuff. Yeah. The slipper. A slipper. Definitely a lot of newer parents probably aren't willing to bring down the axe. But if you're not, then, you know, you gotta find other ways to discipline your children. Or else then they'll grow up to be little shits. Yeah, I don't foresee myself having kids, so I'm not too worried about that. But if I did, oh, you best believe I wouldn't tolerate majority of things, because my god. There are definitely a lot of kids that need disciplining. Oh, what? What? Arms? Six, 3, 18. 4 more runs left. 5 more runs, including dispatch. Okay, maybe not that far. You probably knock out the child back at that point. Gotta be willing to KO them like in Smash Brothers. That's also a thing I don't understand, is like the idea of like participation trophy. Like, not everybody needs to feel like a winner in my head. Like, it's fine to feel bad when you lose, right? You shouldn't always have to get something. Like, if anything, I feel worse knowing that I got a participation trophy than anything else, you know? Oh yeah, yeah. You definitely have to draw the line somewhere. You can't always be the passive nice guy. there definitely has to be a line. Take first place, you last. True. Although in Pokemon and TCG, if you're in 32nd place, you're still getting money, so that's fine, but... Yeah, whenever I used to play, like, sports when I was younger, they'd always give us a participation trophy, I'm like, why? We went, like, 0-6. We shouldn't be getting anything. Now I've just got this constant reminder that we got dumpstered on. Like, I understand doing it for, like, third place and up, because, honestly, third place and up is a pretty great accomplishment, but... If I'm just, like, dead last, I'm not going to be happy getting a participation trophy, I'll tell you that much. Like, unless there's money attached to it, I don't want it, you know? Congrats, you tried your best. Even then, it's like sometimes you don't... Sometimes I feel like a lot of people don't try their best. It's almost like a congrats, your best wasn't enough. I don't know. I've just always had that thought in my head. It was just like, why? I'd rather get nothing. This so punch up. True. Yeah, that's why it's like, I feel like there needs to be a line somewhere. Like, not everybody should win something. Like, you're not winning a participation trophy. Because I feel like it's something that can stunt somebody's growth, where they're just like, well, I'm made it to this event, I'm at least getting like some participation, something. It's like, well, you should at least try and do decently well at the event, no? And then some people are like, yeah, but I don't really feel like that I can try against all these other people. Okay, then why are you trying to play at this event? I don't get it. Like, it might just be like my sweaty and my sweaty attitude of like competition and stuff, but I feel like if you're not gonna try and like win a competition, then why are you even there? I get it if you want to go just so that you can like sort of improve and sort of figure out where you are. But I don't think you should go to an event just because... just for participation's sake. I don't know. I mean, I guess if, like, you enjoy the game enough where you want to just go just so you can play more, like, that's fine, but... there's other routes you can do in order to do that as well. I don't know, I'm trying to, like, link it with Pokemon TCG, kind of. Like, I think it should be much more than just trying to participate in something. I feel like that there should be some strive for wanting to play better, wanting to be better. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. It's like I feel like when people like play games and stuff, like I feel like you should obviously be playing to try and get better, right? You can play to have fun, but I mean, are you having, I guess the question I have is like, do you have fun losing or do you have fun not trying to get better? Is my question. Okay. Yeah, I get that. I get that. I get that. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like that if you're, I feel like people's, well, I can't say people, but I feel like most of the time the goal should be that you want to try and get better at whatever you're doing. Like, you can enjoy playing something and strive to be better. Because if you're just playing something just to play it, then I don't see the purpose. Like, there's no real purpose behind it other than you enjoy playing it. And I guess it's like, well, I guess the question would also be, are you putting in time and money into doing said activity? Because if you're not putting time and money into said activity and you're playing it just to have fun, then sure. But if you're investing like time and money into it, then then you're basically just like throwing money away if you're not trying to get better. Is what I'm thinking in my head. I don't know. There's other scenarios in the thinking of it that can like alter and switch it around, but I feel like that's like the overarching reason that people play things, right? Is to get better. Whether they enjoy it or not, that's a different question. Oh gosh, we're almost down in this down. Ah! Yeah. Yeah, it definitely feels like it. These eggs are fading away. Oh, we're almost done. Hopefully Thursday will die. I'm feeling like we're not going to get a shiny today, so hopefully on Thursday we can get our first one, because my god. At a certain point, I will probably be do offline egg hatching, but I don't want to resort to that until much later. Yeah, we've gone over a 3-hour mark by quite a bit, and we're still not even done yet. Oh, we got 2 more rounds. Glad you're able to have fun during the streams. Oh, it's even worse. Well, I guess it's already Tuesday. So we're gonna try and hatch this as fast as we possibly can. I feel like it's only because these streams are like so small that we're able to enjoy them a lot more. So I feel like if there's like a lot more chatters, then it's trying to pay attention to every little thing is gonna be quite the pain. I find it kind of crazy when people have like so many chatters, right? And they're able to like connect with the majority of them. Quite interesting. But I'm not trying to, I don't bother thinking about that for now. Come on. I mean, you can be one today and tomorrow. Yeah, just all the above. All the above. F it. We're gonna provide heinous crimes today and tomorrow. It's gonna be heinous atrocities. And then pretty soon, it's your one day, pretty soon, you're just gonna turn 30. Yo. I was so hopeful we would find at least one shiny today. Lucky ball. Yes, sir. Sometimes I just hope that I missed a shiny. It's me being very hopeful. We're still getting a lot of Sprigatitos, though. So that's something. Okay, 2 eggs. Acne! What are you doing? I just smell burnt toast, so I need to investigate that. We got 4 eggs left. Is there going to be a shiny within the last 4 eggs? Let's go. Yeah. You bitch you my honor. For every bone that creaks. Nice King Interflame. Just keep going, baby. Don't think too much about the numbers. Just keep going with it. As long as you enjoy it, that's all you need. Unless you're looking to make it a financial thing, then you should care about the numbers. But I think unless you start reaching a point where the numbers matter, you shouldn't really care about it. Realistically, it should all just be a hobby. It should all just be something that you enjoy doing. And if you just want it to be something like a goal-achieving channel, then that's what I'd like to do. Finish goals, do a bunch of stuff. try to find a shiny as soon as I can, because my goodness. You gotta think eventually we'll get a shiny Paldean starter. I was thinking eventually. Alright, final 4 eggs. Nah. I don't think a world would be a better place if anybody was dead, to be honest. Time moves on. The world rotates. Everybody deserves to live. But there are moments where people can mess it up. Just don't be like those people. Live your life normally. Protect what you care about. Don't turn 30. I would say don't turn 40, but I haven't gotten there yet. But once I get there, I'll let you know. I'll let you know if it really all goes downhill. Got one more egg. We got one more egg. Please show me a shiny Scourge remembered for Millennium. Final egg, and then I'll have to sift through them to see if there's any shinies. Oh, it's a regular kid. That'd be funny. Alright, let's see. No. I guess I'm hoping that my eyes deceived me on one of them or something. No, I don't think so. Box 3. Box 2. Box 1. Nope. And now it's all good. Alright. No shinies today. Honestly though, if we did put them all in bleach, they would be their shinier variants. I can see that being a thing. Alright, but we're gonna call it for today. I'm gonna have to reset. Yep, it's time for bed, guys. We're gonna end it here. I'm gonna get more eggs so that we can hatch more on Thursday. Alright, we'll stay up. I don't know. I mean, I'm ending stream, whether you go to bed or not. But yeah, I'm glad you guys had a fun time. It seems like you all had a fun time. We're probably gonna hatch some more eggs on Thursday. I've got 816, so on Thursday we will be breaking 1,000 eggs. So hopefully we get our first one before 1,000 eggs. But yeah, I hope you guys had a great time today. Yeah, go to bed. It's past midnight for probably some of you. But I hope to see you guys on Thursday.